yogis, welcome to yoga. This is a healing practice for lower back pain or just back pain in general. Often we work so hard and our backs tend to react to all the hard work that we do throughout the day. So it's time to send some love to your back. So let's begin. So beginning on your back, with your feet planted onto the yoga mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And maybe just stretch your feet out and your legs out and your hands out. And take a full body stretch. And go ahead and bend your knees again and bring your knees together. And heel toe your feet towards the corner edges of the yoga mat. Inhaling through the nose, maybe bring your hands on your belly. And just exhale as you maybe scoop your belly up or just scoop your waist up. And then lower your waist down again to bring the lower back onto the yoga mat. So maybe just your hands just hang around next to you. Maybe you close your eyes here just to find a release on the lower back. So as you're laying here, just feel as if the ground has just come up to support you. And always remember that your yoga practice has your back, literally, sometimes. So just relax the back of your head. Relax any clenching in the jaws. Maybe just let your mouth hang loose as you relax your lower back even more. And let's stay here for a couple of seconds. So if you wish, you can go ahead and windshield wiper your knees. So taking both knees to one side and then pulsing there for a little while. And then crossing it over and taking your other knees to the other side. So you just play with that. Or maybe you're just laying down with your knees touching in front of you. Yogi's choice. So as you windshield wiper, the point is to massage the lower back. Massaging your sacrum, inhaling through the nose. And slowly exhaling. So go ahead and heel toe your feet back to center. And draw both feet up towards your chest. And just floint or flex your toes. Maybe just stay here for a little while. And grab a hold of both your knees with both your hands. And when you're ready, start to draw circles with your knees, massaging your lower back again. So try to slowly draw the circles. Maybe you take your breath with you. Inhaling as you draw the circle around, and exhale as you bring it all the way back towards the middle. Taking it easy today and just remembering that the purpose of this class is to solely focus on the back and send some love to your back. And when you're ready, let's meet back in center. Maybe just open your knees wide as you can here as you floint your toes up towards the ceiling. Just hang around here with your knees wide open, and maybe you draw your knees into your shoulder, into your chest even more. Maybe you close your knees again and you open them up again as you sway from side to side. Just massaging that lower back area. So when you're ready, maybe take 2 more or 3 more circles with your knees again. And then go ahead and plant your feet onto the yoga mat. Very slowly, ever so gently. And just grab a hold of your belly here. And let's just stay here for a couple of seconds. So release your shoulders down. Relax your shoulders. When you're ready, go ahead and straighten or bring your right leg up and over. Maybe you bend your knee slightly if your leg doesn't come all the way up. And your left leg is still planted onto the yoga mat. Your left foot is still planted onto the yoga mat. When you're ready, go ahead and interlace both your fingers together with your shoulders down. And just grab a hold of the backs of your thighs, of your right thigh. And slowly see if you can gently pull that leg towards your face. So try not to come up onto your shoulders. Just stay laying down with the back of your head onto the yoga mat and your shoulders onto the yoga mat. See if you can walk both your hands towards your right shin. And grab a hold of your right shin as you pull it in towards your chest. Just slightly lift your head up. Maybe you kiss your knee with your lips, and then you lower yourself back down again. See if you can do that 2 more times. Otherwise, if that's uncomfortable, you can just stay as you are, or you can bend your knee as much as you need to. All right, my friends, when you're ready, go ahead and bend your right knee and cross your right ankle over your left knee. Interlace your hands together, or rather sweep your hands on the inner edges of your left foot and interlace your hands together behind your left thigh. Maybe you take a peek at me on the screen, and then you gently pull your left leg towards your chest and you bend your left knee. This is called reclined pigeon pose. So we'll take a normal pigeon pose a bit later in the practice. So if this is comfortable for you, you can actually go ahead and straighten your left leg very slowly and see how far you get. This is a great practice or great pose for your lower back, your back just in general, but most beneficial to your lower back. When you're ready, go ahead and plant your feet back onto the yoga mat, and let's see if you can do that on the other side. So with your right foot planted onto the yoga mat, go ahead and stretch your left leg out to straighten it in front of you. Maybe you bend your knee as much as you need to. Just straightening the leg to your body's capabilities. Always remembering that your practice is your own and yoga is very personal, based on personal values and your personal journey. What might look amazing on someone else might not look amazing on you. What might feel great for someone else might not feel great for you. So it's all about finding what feels good in your practice. So go ahead and interlace your fingers and bring those fingers behind your left thigh and see if you can pull your left thigh towards your chest. If this is uncomfortable, you can just let your leg hang out in the ceiling or in the air towards the ceiling. And see if you can walk your palms all the way up towards your shins or just behind your shins, your left shin. And when you're ready, slowly start to lift your head up. Maybe you kiss your knee, maybe you don't. Slowly lower your head down, and maybe try to do that 2 more times. When you're ready, go ahead and bend that left knee and cross your left ankle over your right thigh and loop your hands behind your right thigh as you lift or as you pull your right thigh towards your chest and you bend that right knee to come into reclined pigeon pose. And if this is very comfortable, you can go ahead and straighten your right leg so that your right foot is parallel towards the ceiling. So go ahead and lower your right leg all the way onto the yoga mat and bring your knees and hug your knees in towards the chest. And see if you can rock and roll forward and backwards, just rocking your back forward, massaging your spine and your back. Maybe grab a hold of your feet. Now your next roll, see if you can come all the way up to come onto all fours, tabletop position. Staking your wrists underneath your shoulders and stacking your knees underneath your hip bones, finding a straight spine here. And when you're ready in your tabletop position, curling your toes under, and let's see if we can take a couple of cat-cows. So just preparing, inhaling through the nose to drop your belly down very slowly. Look up towards the ceiling. Cow pose. And exhaling to round your spine. Chin to chest. Tuck your glutes in. Cat pose. Inhaling to drop your belly down ever so gently. Look up towards the ceiling or gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you round your spine to tuck your glutes or your bum in. Chin to chest. Straighten your arms. Cat pose. So maybe going at your own pace, finding what feels good for you here. Finding what feels good for your spine and your back. So as you're cat-cowing, I just want you to think of that space that is painful on your back, be it the lower back or the upper back. Just think about that space and maybe visualize how you think it looks like in your head. Maybe find a tiny vision for it. So one last cat-cow here. When you're ready, go ahead and walk your hands out in front of you, curl your toes under. Slowly push yourself into a down dog. Your first down dog of the day. So maybe you pedal your dog here. Take your dog for a little walk. Just bending one knee and straightening the other. Bending the one knee and straightening the other. You're pushing through the heels of your hands. And when you're ready, go ahead and lower your knees down back onto the yoga mat to come back into tabletop position. But we're not staying in tabletop position. I just want you to bring your knees together, walk your hands towards your knees and sink into your hips as you lower your forehead down into a tiny child's pose. So maybe you even bring your hands behind you to grab a hold of your feet. And just lower your forehead down. And just relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Maybe you open your knees a bit wider here. And you relax your chest in the middle of your thighs. So maybe just gently massage the space in between your brows, just rocking your forehead from side to side. And slowly flip your palms and bring your palms next to your shoulders. And just come up into a tabletop position. And just curl your toes under here and press into your palms. When you press into your palms, I want you to get ready to take the normal pigeon pose. So inhaling to push yourself up into a down dog. Reach your right leg up and over, three-legged dog, and bend your right knee and bring that right knee over behind or next to your right wrist. And then you slide your back leg all the way down. You plant the tops of your back leg onto the yoga mat and see what feels comfortable here, making sure that your thighs are scissoring in or your left thigh is scissoring inwards. Grab a hold of the yoga mat with your fingertips. Maybe you take a peek at me on the screen, finding a gentle lift through the chest. And when you're ready, see if you can slowly walk your palms forward and lower your forehead down onto your yoga mat, pigeon pose. So you might start to feel a nice stretch on the right side, which is absolutely normal. Slowly start to come all the way back and come back into a down dog, reaching your left leg up and over, bending that left knee, bringing that left knee behind your left wrist or next to your left wrist, adjusting that front foot as much as you need to. Maybe you bring that front foot right behind your right wrist, grabbing on with your fingertips, planting your back leg towards the yoga mat, and see if you can slowly lower down to lower your forehead all the way down, and see what's comfortable for your arms. And on this side, you might start to feel a nice deep stretch from the left. And slowly start to come all the way back up. And come into a tabletop position. And when you're ready, go ahead and sway your hips onto the sides and come into Dandasana staff pose. Just bring your palms on top of your knees. When you're ready, sway your hands over towards your back and grab a hold of your yoga mat with your fingertips. Push your chest forward a little. Maybe gaze towards the ceiling. Don't yank your neck behind you. Find a gentle tuck of the chin as you release your whole back here. When you're ready, reach your arms up and over. Hinge over your chest. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And lower your forehead down in the middle of your thighs or your knees. And maybe grab a hold of the outer edges of your feet here. So see if you can stretch yourself even more, and see if you can cross your hands behind your feet. Otherwise, if this is not comfortable at all, you can actually just lower your knees down and bring your palms on top of your thighs and just hang around there, just finding what feels good for your body. And slowly slide your palms all the way up. Bring your hands to the side and bend your knees as you slowly come onto your back. And lay your back onto the yoga mat and lay the back of your head onto the yoga mat. Maybe just slide your feet out in front of you. And then bring your right knee out and over to cross it over your left leg. Your left leg stays straightened in front of you. And bring your hands into a T and then look towards the right. Slowly start to uncross your right leg. Slide your right leg down to meet the left. Go ahead and bring your left leg up and over to cross your left knee over your right leg. Your hands are still in a T, and maybe you look towards the left this time. And slowly uncross the leg, hug your knees into your chest, thanking your body for showing up for yoga today. And go ahead and roll over to one side using your one hand as a pillow. Just stay here for a breath in through the nose. And exhale, side out through the mouth. When you're ready, push into your one hand and bring yourself back up into an easy sit, Sukhasana. Maybe you roll your shoulders up and back one time. I hope your back feels a bit better, or if you feel that you need this practice a bit more, you can always come back to it. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.